Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate taking time out of y'all's busy schedule to stop in and see what it is I'm up to. I'm getting a little bit more in the center of the camera. Um, the other day I went to Dollar Tree and I did a haul on that. I got a bunch of stuff to put a small wound kit together, and that's where we're at now. I've been puttering and messing around with this and adding this and taking it out and putting it back together again and trying to figure out. I think I've got about where I want it. There's a few things that I may change as I go along or as I get them, but I'll talk about them as we get into the kit. So this box by itself has locks on all four sides and a seal. I don't know that it is watertight. It's supposed to be airtight. I got it at Ollie's for 99 cents. I actually got a bunch of them. Most of them I have parts of kits in. So, just try to organize it. I am so disorganized though that it doesn't, it hardly helps. Anyway, I hope the lighting is okay. Let's get in here. As you can see, this says wound kit. We'll release the four thingies on there. Where it says wound kit, this is a small piece of lightweight wood. This could be a splint for a hand, for a wrist, for even on an ankle, if that's all you have. Of course, you can always use a stick or whatever. This is a potato chip bag. Turned inside out. Washed thoroughly. They get real greasy with the potato chips in them. But if you wash it really well and then let it dry, it's got numerous uses. Not the least of which is a bag to if your stomach suddenly decides it doesn't want its contents. So it could come in handy for that, or any number of things, and not the least of is carrying water if you end up needing it for that. Under that we have, there are 5 cotton balls. These they're not sterile, of course, but for a minor wound, they will work. And if you use an alcohol prep pad and some antiseptic gel and whatnot, it's probably not medically correct, but they will work. I have this energy or emergency 100 milligram vitamin C raspberry. This actually tastes pretty good. Put this into a 1 liter bottle of water, and it tastes pretty good. It's just in there because I have them and they go in there. This is the emergency immune C. This one works for if you feel like you're coming down with a cold or whatever. So it's citrus flavored. It's got dietary supplements, 100% of your vitamin C and zinc, 1,000 U's of vitamin D. This one has antioxidants, electrolytes, essential nutrients. So this is good if you're just starting to feel run down. It's got a bunch of vitamin B's in it. I forget where I was reading it. I think it's on the box. Anyway, I carry those because, again, that's a quick pick me up. I have a couple of these intimate wipes. They're just They're a cleansing pad. You know, it's cleaning around the wound or what have you. Alcohol wipes. Again, I've got several of these. I mean, you can always go in and raid your first aid kit if you need some, you know, way to start a fire, I guess. But you know, you can actually use these to sterilize your wound or sterilize your cotton. There's a flashlight. Now, the flashlight has a piece of cardboard blocking the battery. Just because if you're, I mean, I imagine if you're in a bad situation, it might take a little bit extra time, but better that you have to spend a moment or two taking the cardboard out than the battery be dead, because then it's no good to you at all. This baggie has 2 pair of latex gloves. I think they're latex. Rubber gloves of some sort anyway. Now if I'm working on myself, I'm probably not going to be too concerned about this. And depending on the situation, you know. If you're in a dirty situation, your hands are dirty and grubby, you don't want to be messing with a wound on somebody. So prep up. They're cheap. They're easy to carry. This is a triple antibiotic cream. This also comes from the Dollar Tree. I didn't buy this the other day because I know I have several tubes of it. So there you go. In here I have acetaminophen, aspirin, because I always need aspirin. All my kits have aspirin. Pretty much anything you reach for is going to have aspirin in any of my kits anyway. I have 2 more of the wipes, just because. This is a waterproof first aid type tape for covering over your bandage. There's a package of Benadryl allergy. I should probably add another 1 or 2 of these in. Down here in Florida, it's very easy to get the sneezies if you're out in the woods or something. Same with if your belly decides it doesn't want to keep the food in the other direction. There's 2 tablets here that should suffice to get you to a more civilized location. And acid tablets. I prefer Zantac, but these are cheap, and if I have to use all 4 of those, then I will. It's not a major big deal. Daytime cold capsules, along with the I.N.C.H, if you feel a cold coming on. Sometimes it can be quite incapacitating. I have 2 small tubes of super glue. I am not going to recommend that you use these. The hospitals use a medical version of super glue to to replace stitches. They don't recommend that you use regular super glue. I will not recommend you use regular super glue. Pair of tweezers, because sometimes, you know, you need to get your tweezers going. I should add a magnifying glass. I don't think I have a magnifying glass that I can add. Here are 5 2x2-inch gauze dressings, and then a cling wrap bandage or gauze wrap bandage, and a stretchy wrap bandage. These are especially for clumsy me. I have very bad ankles. My one ankle has been basically rebuilt. It's got pins and screws and plates and whatnot in it, and it rolls very easily. The ligaments and whatnot are pretty much shot, but and both my ankles are bad. So I carry these all the time, and I have for a long time. So there's those, and then down here, because I don't happen to have a knife that I want to put in this set, and I usually have a knife on me anyway. I don't have a pair of scissors that I can put in this set. I've got ones that are like a ½ inch too long, or they're junk little cuticle type scissors. Anyway, a couple of razor blades. If you need to, dig deep to get a splinter out of yourself, don't do it on anybody else. That would be considered a medical procedure, and you could be in dire trouble. But you can do it to yourself. As far as I know, I may be mistaken. I'm sure somebody will let me know if I am. I don't know, will these fit in this way? I don't think so. Yeah, maybe they will. Give me any extra room. Maybe a little bit. Alright. Oh, and these are face masks. Just because, again, to keep things, if you're working on somebody else, it's nice to keep at least a semi-sterile field. So there you go. This is my basic wound kit. Basically, like, it will get me home to better facility, or at least, to get me to, yeah, blah, blah, blah. It will get me to where I can take better care of a wound or a sprain or something to that effect. My suggestion to anyone who thinks they may be in a situation like that, take a basic first aid course. The American Red Cross offers them. I'm sure wherever you are in other parts of the world. England has the has a red. They don't have the American Red Cross. Have the Royal Red Cross, I think it is. I'm not 100%. Excuse me. Having the basic knowledge to cleanse a wound, wrap a wound, wrap an ankle or a wrist. You can fall on the trail, come down and fracture your wrist or fracture your arm really well, really bad, and then you need to use what's available to splint an arm as it lays. That would work really well. So with a stick that you break off and use, or a pen that happens to be attached to you or in a pocket or whatever, that will make a great little temporary splint. A basic course, I don't know, you might even be able to do them online now. I'm kind of old school, but it's good knowledge to have, and it's good knowledge to practice on yourself. That was one thing we used to always have to do when I was doing my training and when I was an instructor, was to you have to be able to take care of yourself first. So if you need to splint your fingers or splint your wrist. And be careful of going into shock if you need to treat yourself. You have to be aware of the signs of shock. Again, take a first aid course, a basic care course, before you go out and get into a situation where you need it. And practice it. Practice it on yourself. Practice it on your brother, on your sister, on your mom, on your dog. And dogs really don't like being practiced on. But it's something that it's a skill that you really need, and you know, I'm not going to preach on it, but that's, you notice there's no band-aids in my kit. I do have them in my big kit in the truck, mainly because of the grandkids. The grandkids, if they have a boo-boo, it's better with a band-aid. If your boo-boo requires a band-aid, it probably requires proper wound care. And proper wound care includes cleansing the area with a cleaning wipe, cleansing it with a prep pad, stopping the bleeding, and dressing it. Because a band-aid won't last. This and this will stay on because you can wrap it to make sure that it stays on. Band-aid won't. That's just my feelings. Other people may consider and have other feelings. For me, Band-Aid is just for the babies. If you need a Band-Aid, you need a wound care kit. So, enough preaching. Let me know what you think, people. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave a comment wherever it is y'all happen to leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around on your social media, that would be fandoculous. My Facebook page, there's a link to my Facebook page down in the description, wherever it is on your device. I've been actually using my tablet because my days are all, my time schedule is all messed up. I've been using my tablet to try and catch up on some of the videos I've been missing the past few days. And it's different than my PC. So, and the phone is different than either. So, sometimes, you know. Anyway, there you go. Just start babbling away. We tease my granddaughter about being blind, and hey, look, butterfly. Yeah, guess where she gets it from. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Send them a postcard. Just say, hey, I was thinking of you. I love you. Talk to you next year. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be anything hard, but don't make it a year. I can't express how much I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Even you new people. I can't believe I was up to 372. I think it was the last time I looked. Unreal. I'm gonna have to pull up a 400 subscriber giveaway here sometime quick. See what I can come up with. So, yeah, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I really, truly do. And until we meet again, I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Slut to y'all. Bye-bye.